Oh, you're the youngest? So spoiled. Yeah, spoiled like that Tupperware your mom forgot in 2003. Look, being the youngest isn't cute. It's a fucking sentence. I'm the family intern, the emotional clown, the errand mule, hand-me-downs, middle seat, zero respect. Sometimes I slip past the rules, then get blamed for shit that happened before I was born. If you're the youngest, you already feel this in your bones. If you're not, pull up a chair and enjoy the chaos. I hope you're ready to watch. This is going to get loud. Stick around, it only gets worse and funnier. Being the youngest means you could be a CEO, own 3 houses, and rescue a bus full of kittens, and your family would still pinch your cheeks and call you the baby. I'm 27. I pay taxes. I have a 401k. I've signed legal contracts. But every family gathering still starts with, "Aw, do you still sleep with your teddy bear?" No, Karen, I don't. But thanks for bringing it up in front of my new girlfriend. And it's not just my parents. My older sister still tells me to be careful crossing the street. Like I'm one distracted moment away from wandering into traffic chasing a balloon. This from the same woman who once microwaved aluminum foil because it looked shiny. She's also the reason we can't own a toaster anymore. Long story, fire department involved. And making decisions? Forget it. If I suggest a restaurant, everyone smiles like I just handed them a crayon drawing and says, "Oh, honey, that's cute. We'll let the grown-ups decide." The grown-ups. As if I've been living in a Fisher-Price playhouse my whole life, eating plastic food and calling it fine dining. Even when I host people at my own apartment, they still try to help me like I just moved out yesterday. Do you know how to turn on your oven? Yes. I also know how to use a washing machine, file my own taxes, and navigate without holding someone's hand. Shocking, I know. And no matter what I accomplish, my identity is frozen in time. I could climb Everest, invent a cure for hangovers, and single-handedly negotiate world peace. And my family would still introduce me at parties as, "This is our little one. He once cried because his sandwich was cut wrong." At this point, I'm convinced I could be president. And at the inauguration, my mom would whisper, "Make sure you've got your jacket, sweetie. It's cold out." Being the youngest means you've basically never owned anything that didn't already survive a war. My first bike, neon purple with glitter tassels, looked like a stripper's handbag on wheels. My first phone, a Nokia so old it probably called the dinosaurs. Even my football boots were gently used by my brother, which is a polite way of saying they smelled like something that crawled in and died. And it's not just clothes or gear. I once got a new winter jacket that still had his name written inside. People at school thought my name was Daniel for a month, and honestly, I just went with it. At this point, I fully expect my wedding suit to be his old graduation tux, Febreze to hell and back, with a suspicious red stain that nobody remembers. You know what being the youngest really means? It means you don't just have parents. You've got unpaid, power-hungry interns running around acting like the CEOs of your life. My brother. He thinks he's the warden of a low-budget prison, always barking orders. Don't stay out late. Don't talk to strangers. Don't touch my stuff. Mate, you're 3 years older than me. You still live at home, and your biggest achievement this year was finishing a family-sized bag of Doritos lying down on the couch in pajama pants with holes in them. And my sister? Oh, she once grounded me. Apparently, I was breathing too loud while she was on the phone. Yes, my oxygen intake was a threat to her social life. The worst part? My actual parents backed her up. Nothing says, "We love you," like having your teenage sister hand down punishments while still smelling like cheap body spray and poor life choices. And they don't just give orders, they give life advice. If you want to be an adult, you need to start saving money. This from the guy who spent his entire savings last month on a gaming headset with RGB lights. You need to eat healthier, while literally eating cold pizza from last night for breakfast. I swear I'm one command away from filing an official HR complaint against my whole family. And yes, the HR office is just the kitchen. I've already got the form filled out. Reason for complaint: abuse of power, unlawful detention, and emotional distress caused by Dorito crumbs on shared furniture. Being the youngest means every family gathering is basically, Let's roast you live, and I'm the unwilling headliner. It doesn't matter if it happened last week or before I could even form memories. They'll drag it up. Remember when you cried over ice cream? Yeah, I was 3. My emotional support system was a stuffed giraffe. Fush off. And half the stories aren't even true. Apparently, I ate a crayon and peed in the neighbor's pool. No proof, no witnesses. Just older siblings making up shut like they're running a satirical news channel dedicated to my humiliation. Then they hit you with the, oh, it's just banter. Yeah? Well, your banter is the reason I still can't eat popsicles in public without feeling judged, and they don't stop. They keep upgrading the stories. One year it's, you cried when your balloon popped. The next year it's, you tried to resuscitate the balloon. By Christmas, I'm apparently hosting a full funeral service for it, with a priest and a choir. It's like a sick family tradition. They've got their own highlight reel of my most embarrassing moments, half of which are pure fiction. Meanwhile, I've got nothing on them because every time they screwed up, I was too young to remember, or I was literally in a crib. I'm not family. I'm the punchline, the mascot, the lovable idiot they can milk until the day I'm buried, and probably at my funeral too. I can already hear it. Remember when you farted during grace? No, I don't. And also, let me rest in peace, you monsters. Does it suck to be born as the youngest child? Hell yes. You're the family mascot, the blame sponge, and the running joke. You're basically the company intern who can't quit. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it. Being the youngest makes you sharper, funnier, and borderline unkillable. You learn to think fast, dodge flying shoes, and roast people twice your size before they even know what happened. So, yeah, I'm the baby. Just the kind that drinks whiskey, flips tables, and laughs about it. The kind that's survived years of unsolicited life advice, fake childhood stories, and sibling-run dictatorships, and still came out smiling. If you've made it through being the youngest, you know it's basically the Navy SEAL training of family life. You've got emotional scars, sure, but also the best comebacks, the thickest skin, and the ability to sense sibling bullshit from 3 rooms away. So here's the deal. Like this video if you survived your eldest overlords. Subscribe for more sibling battle stories. And drop your best horror story in the comments. The pettier, the better. Because if we youngest stick together, maybe, just maybe, we can finally unionize. Youngest child out.